Hey guys, Grynch here, and today I wanted to do a little vlog, and maybe this is a little too personal, but hey, I feel like sharing it with somebody, and I think it might be therapeutic for me. Um, I lost someone who was very close to me yesterday, and he was kind of like a grandfather figure. I was actually raised by my grandmother for the most part, and she was an absolutely wonderful woman. And since she's been gone, it's been really hard for me to open up. I have since my grandmother's passed, I've closed myself off to my siblings, my biological parents, who I love very much. By the way, they weren't around a lot when I was growing up due to work, and that's something that I've really wanted to not do as a parent. My parents were always gone working. I don't resent them at all for that. I understand why they did that. My house was actually burnt. Our house burnt down when I was 7 years old, and then that's when my parents started working out of town. My grandmother or my grandfather had died when I was about 4 years old, and so my parents kind of helped take care of my grandmother at that point. And so, by my parents beginning to work out of town when I was 7 years old, they were then able to help my grandmother, by giving her wages to be able to take care of me and my two sisters. I just have a lot of this coming back through my mind. I guess because of Jim, he was very close to me. He was, like I said, like a grandfather to me. He was best friends with my grandfather before he passed, and his wife was best friends with my grandmother. And being able to see my grandmother's friend today, really it really reminds me a lot of her, and I guess I'm pretty emotional at this moment, but I just want to take some time and, tell you guys, if there's someone who means a lot to you in this world, never take that for granted. I didn't do that with my grandmother, and I'm glad, but it, it's it's something that I've never really been able to get past. My grandmother was the type of person that you could call at like 2 or 3 in the morning. She'd always answer the first time. She was like a best friend to me, and it's been really rough over the past 3 or 4 years. My grandmother, her last words to me before she passed away were that she was upset that she wouldn't be able to see me get married or have kids, and that was her only regret with dying at that point. And that's something that has ate at me for a very long time. Um, my wife, who means everything to me, I wish she would have been able to meet my grandmother, which I did meet her, I guess, about a year and a half or 2 years after my grandmother passed. And I guess that eats at me in a way. I wish my grandmother wouldn't have told me that, because it's really ate at me. And every time I see my son and my wife, all I can think about is, I wish they would have got to meet her. And I don't know. And I wish I could let go of some of these things, but I think when someone means that much to you, it's hard to just let them go. And, my grandmother's birthday was in January, and for some reason around this time of the year, I always get very, very sentimental, and it's just hard to let go of more. It's hard. It's very hard to let go of people who meant even a lot to my grandmother, and a lot to me too, obviously. And I feel like I'm rambling a little. I started recording a video earlier, and I just felt like I would go ahead and share this with you guys as well. I don't want to have like a pity party, poor me kind of video. I just thought it would be nice to hear from some of you guys as well. I would like to start doing vlog type videos and be more open about myself, so you guys can get to know me a little bit better. Um, Growing up, I was incredibly active in church. I actually was a missionary for a short period in my life. I traveled to 9 different countries, helping out, orphanages, giving food out to the poor, that sort of thing. I went to Bulgaria, Romania, Greece, Turkey, Spain, Chile, and I'm sure there's a few others that I'm not thinking of right now. And I may show some pictures of that at some point. But I I miss being able to help people, and I don't know that I would ever do that type of work again. But I am thinking about seeing if I can get some people to help me start an organization where they use gaming as therapy. I was watching a video Saturday while I was listening to a video. I wasn't watching the video, I was driving, but it was by Extra Credits, and they were talking. They had a series where they show where they're using game therapy to help not only people's visions, but repair parts in their brain, logic type. They help build logic in your brain. I'm sorry, I'm a little choked up. But I want to start an organization that maybe I can start working with special needs kids and be able to do some of that. I think that would be really awesome. My little cousin Jordan is mildly autistic, and I used to help volunteer with the Special Olympics and that type of stuff as well. But I'm going to go ahead and end the video here, guys. This was kind of on the whim, kind of a video. Things that have just kind of been on my mind the past few days, and I'm not the best at opening myself up. I've kind of been a closed person. I do think of myself as a genuine person, but I don't always let people in, and that's something that I want to get past. That is something I've struggled with my wife a little bit here and there, but that's something that I want to get over. My son, he's starting to get older too. I want to be able to open up to my son. And but anyways, guys, I'm Grynch, and thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, let me know, and maybe I'll try to do some more of this in the future. But anyways, I'm Grynch, and until next time, I'll be under my bridge. Thanks for watching.